Greetings everybody, Gametrog here, and today we're going to do something fun. I'm going to play a little bit of my first console that I owned, and just getting a controller ready here, and that of course is the ColecoVision. These things are old controllers, but a little love and care, you can keep them working. This keypad's a pain. The problem with the Coleco controller is no other controller can really replace it because of the keypad. You have the same connection as a Genesis or Atari or Master System, and those controllers will work for many of the games. The problem with ColecoVision often is that you have to select the difficulty of the game at the beginning using the keypad, like 1 through 4 is the difficulty setting. And if you don't have that, a lot of times you can't even start the game with the controller. Sometimes the Genesis controller, one of the buttons will actually act. I don't even know which button. It's like pressing C all of a sudden is like pressing one of these and the game will start. So you don't know if you're in two-player mode or whatever. But often, if you have one of these that doesn't work great, say the controller part doesn't work great, you can plug it into port 2 on the ColecoVision and use just the keypad to pick the difficulty and it'll start, and then you can use port 1, which you have your Genesis controller plugged into, for instance, to actually play the game, as long as the game doesn't require pressing the keypads, which some games do, some of the better games. So can be iffy sometimes, but regardless, I think I've got this baby. Just tested it, and I think she's working nice. So I'm going to put this back together, and then we're going to go play some Coleco. Let me wrap this up. Alright, greetings everybody. Got the Coleco plugged in. Now I'm using the actual ColecoVision. I'll pop one on the screen now. It's actually a picture of mine. Boom. There she is. And I've got my repaired controller up and going. You can see these things have the cord is not that long, and it's stretchy, but the system is really right down at my feet right here because this cord does not stretch that far up. So it's not like you can have it sitting way up underneath the TV. But I did think of an awesome solution. It uses the same connector, like I mentioned before, as the Genesis. So a Genesis extension, which you can find pretty easily, will work just fine for this. So I think I'm going to get like a 6-foot extension, plug it into the Coleco, and then I can sit back and hold the controller and not have to deal with being right on top of it. Anyway, got it plugged on. I always love the ColecoVision. If you turn it on without a cartridge, you get this screen, which is their ColecoVision logo. Turn game off before inserting cartridge or expansion module, because you could also add modules like that would play Atari 2600 games, or a steering wheel, or a roller bowler control for like games like Centipede. Regardless, I have this hooked up to a nice Sony Trinitron CRT, and this is hooked up right through RF, so this is not a great picture, but it's as good as it's going to get on this TV with the original hardware. And it's not bad. So, ColecoVision loved it. The first game I'm going to show you is near and dear to my heart, and that is Ladybug. Yeah, that label's a little tore up, but that's alright, it still plays. This game is the reason I ended up really getting a ColecoVision. I wanted an Atari. I didn't care anything. Coleco was out. It was more expensive. My mom and I would always go to the arcade. She would take me there as a kid, which was awesome. And one of the games she loved, and I did too, that was in the arcades, was Ladybug. And the Coleco really did a great job of replicating arcade games. Alright, Ladybug. Universal's Ladybug. Alright, this is kind of a Maze Pac-Man clone, they'd call it. And every Coleco game starts like that. You see the title screen for about an hour and a half, and then it gives you this select difficulty. And it's maybe hard to read here with the CRT and the camera and all whatnot. But press buttons 1 through 4 for difficulty for 1 player, 5 through 8 for 2 player, which are just alternating. Player 1 plays till he dies, player 2 plays. So each player can pick their own difficulty, which is nice. And I'm going to go for a 3. Alright, Ladybug starts here. Alright. And the object of the game is eat all the flowers as a ladybug. And you can flip these little green doors and the bugs cannot. And so you try to eat everything without them getting you. Now there are special and extra. And you can activate these by eating the letter when it's the correct color. So I'm going to get that A right there for extra. Spell all those out and I get an extra man. Now what's funny is we played this game so much, we have got a pattern. I know it may be hard to see on the screen, but that is a C. So I'm going to, oh, here comes a bug. Oh, okay, I need to pay attention here. Try to get this C when it's red. I'm not going to get it there in time. Oh, good night. I'm just risking everything here. Okay, let me focus here. These vegetables will appear once four bugs have exited. You get that, it'll pause extra points, and it'll pause the screen for a second, or stop all the bugs. Actually, I don't have this area set up right. Let me do that. Oh, Yemeni, it's so dangerous. So many mistakes. I'm lucky I'm not dead. Alright, here's my mom and I's classic layout for the trap, which, if a bug goes down on my side, he may. There. Now I can get that. Now I want to get this R. Well, it is yellow. It is blue. It'll turn to red for a second, and then yellow for a little longer. Trying to get this C. Boom. Clear the level. Now, each level gets a little faster. There's a new vegetable and a new bug. And the little counter going around the outside here, every time it reaches the top again, the bug pops out. There's little blue hearts. If I eat them while they're blue, that is, it'll give me a multiplier for these little flowers. And that's one thing I really like about these kind of classic Coleco style games is, okay, that is an L. I want to get that red, and I'm in the danger zone right now with this area. There we go. But these games are about points. T, extra, so I've spelled the TR and A of extra over here. I'll get this E when it's yellow. I just need an X now, and then I'll get an extra man. Now I'm going to set up the trap. Skulls will kill them and me. So in this little trap that I remember from 30 years ago, if we set these doors up just like this, we can get these bugs. And they'll normally get all right here. There he goes. And normally 3 of them will go down there. And I can flip this door and basically lock them over there. This will be the only path out. And I'm just trying to get them down there. And this gets harder and harder as each level goes, because the bugs get faster. Much faster. You'll see. Oh. Okay, I got one. If he goes down, I'm going to lock him in. Come on. Oh, you can kind of bait him a little bit. Sometimes. Oh, there it is. Oh. Oh. I need that. Okay. Carrot stage tells you the letters T, I, and A. So the I and A I can get in special. No X though. That's what they'll do a lot of times. The last letter you need won't be around for a long time. Alright. I'm going to wait for this to turn red. Red. There we go. So yeah, this is a really actually a very fun game. Alright, I got my setup set up. Yeah, my setup set up. See if I can get these guys down over here. And again, these type of games are not going to keep you playing for hours, but it is cool to go for your high score run. Go for a personal best. Pop it in. Okay. And there are homebrews and still an active community for the Coleco. And it's easy to collect for. I highly recommend it. The games are awesome. It's right before the NES. Okay. Come on, guy. So see, this is a perfect setup. They can't get you from the top. I might go for this. Boom, there you go. Now, a new fruit or vegetable will appear every time a bug dies and is returned to the home square there. That's just dangerous. So I gotta try and get them out of there without killing myself. Now I'm all but trapped here, but if I can get him down. Yeah, this is where it gets tough. Oh. You turn into a little angel. Alright, I'll clear this one. Level 4, radish, there's my X, and a P and E for special. Try to clear these first, trap these guys in here, get this. So for instance, the letter E would work for special and extra, but I've already got it for extra, so boom, I'm going to grab it for special. Now that last letter I need for special will be a long time coming. I guarantee. You can see this controller, you manhandle this controller around. Fortunately, this game is just up and down with this guy. You're not using the buttons a whole lot. Alright, got my trap, gonna try to get these guys over. And what I love is the number of bugs they have. There's a good 8 or 10, I'm not sure. Some crazy looking ones. And when you get to like level 9, they start mixing them up. I think it's level 9. And they turn the speed up exponentially. Ludicrous speed. Come on, guys. So this requires patience. And again, you're seeing a veteran. I'm a little rusty, it's been a while. But veteran Ladybug player. Skilled. I wouldn't try this at home. Okay, I got 2. Come on. See, and here's where you get crazy. You start, oh, I can just go for it. That's when you die. So, see, now I gotta wait for him. Okay, come on. And it's rare, but sometimes they'll come back up out. It's a pain. So I can leave these guys and just try to go over to the other side, which I will. But you can see it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Block him. Oh, there's my X. I need that. Oh, I think if I get that, it ends the level. Let's see. I'm going to try to get this X. Yellow. Congratulations, you win an extra ladybug. And yeah, it ends the level. Parsley, worth of 3,000. Did I miss the P, that last one? I did. Luckily, they gave it back to me. So you can see that little counter around the outside is really picked up. Around the outside. Around the outside. And these guys just get going. So I'll skip forward so you can see what it gets like when they really start picking up in speed. It gets crazy. Stay tuned. Japanese radish. And here is the point when they ruin your day. They mix up the bugs and they start to move. Oh, it's pretty awesome. They're pretty impressive for the Coleco. I mean, it's throwing. Oh, you see how quick your day could get ruined. So I really should have gone up there and cleaned out the middle section first, because that's the most dangerous. You do not have time to run away from these guys. So here I'm going to have to be patient. Even switching this door here to set up the trap is very dangerous right now. Oh, there we go. And I've got the protection of a skull there, which is nice too. Okay, come on. I got three. Got three in the trap. Come on. And they'll do this time where there's one that hangs back. Oh, see, like you can try and... Oh. Ah! That's what I get for talking and not playing. As you can see, Ladybug kind of rocks. Alright, well, there are many titles, and I'll do a special video on my favorite Coleco game later. Another one, game 2 that I'm going to show you, one I enjoyed a lot, was Bert, which is actually upside down. Yeah, my label's shot. But Bert is a very fun game, and the Coleco version of it is fantastic. This just comes up, select your difficulty. I'll go 3, medium difficulty. Bert, easy. You hop your little guy. It's like an alien version of Rubik's Cube. If you've never played it, all you got to do is change the colors of all the squares or cubes to the level's color. Easy enough. Watch out for bad guys, which would be the red bouncy balls that just bounce. Purple guy changes into a snake. He hunts you, but you can hop on these discs and make him jump off the edge. And it's just like that. I was also very good at Bert, but don't let it fool you. It also starts to become extremely challenging because they change it from single color cubes to different variations where you have to hit them twice to get them to the right color, or if you happen to jump on them again like I'm doing here, it changes it back to the original. Oh, I don't think he's going. Oh, he did. Good. Easy enough. Now, see some funny things that start coming in a different isometric angle. If you notice on this in glorious color here, these squares are changing from yellow to gray. Well, when I first had Bert in my Coleco, I had a black and white TV, and you could not tell the difference in the shade of gray between the yellow and the gray. So I got good enough to where I would just memorize which ones I jumped on, because you could tell no difference once you jumped on them. And that was fine for that first level you just saw, but then it starts getting to the point of it's a yellow and white combo like that, indistinguishable grays. I'm waiting for this guy to get close. That gives him time to jump off. The little green balls there pause the screen, which is kind of nice. You can, if it's a green little monster, oh, here we go, level 2. So I have to hit them twice to get them to the right color. First the blue, then the yellow. The red things will kill you. The purple snake will kill you. Little green things that drop down, and there's a couple. Like this guy, he changes the colors. He's funny. You can eat him real quick. He can be a real pain in the butt later on because they start dropping like hotcakes. And again, a little green ball. But again, compared to other systems, this version of Q*bert was a phenomenal, get him, a phenomenal version of the game, very similar to the arcade. Played near identical. Yeah, here you go, yellow to gray. So if you're playing black and white, and you start getting these all over the place, you cannot recall which ones you had hit and had not. But I could, just due to skill. And a young brain that can memorize certain things. Alright, but then it becomes even more challenging. I'll show you that. That'll probably be level 3. I'll start. Oh, see, I hit that guy down there. I like the way he cusses. I'll go to level 3 and then we'll move on to the next game so you can kind of see how it starts to get. Again, fun game to go for a score on. Oh, starting to get some graphic glitches. It's my old Coleco. Oh yeah, it's messing up. But I can show you real quick what like this level is. So now I need to change it to green. But if I jump back on it, it changes back to yellow. So another whole new challenge. And again, black and white TV. You better remember. And then they do it where you have to hit it twice to get it to the right color, but then if you hit it a third time, it goes back to the original color. So it just keeps getting more complex. And you've really got to plan your moves. And there's that little guy that will ruin my day. I'll clear this level, I think. Boom. And keep going. Q*bert, fun game. Let's check out the next one. Alright, third game I'm going to show you. Venture. This was one of my favorites because it was very much a, I don't know, it's not a role-playing game at all, but it's like a little action game that has you running through dungeons and is just really fun. And I was good at it. Still am. So let's pop it in. Venture. Yep, fun stuff. Oh, and just if you're curious about the size of these cartridges, there's your NES cartridge right next to it, right? The little guys. Most of them are fairly inexpensive. Of course, there's expensive titles, but you can get most of the games for cheap. Venture by Exidy. This is a great game. Another one I played endlessly. I played it in the arcades also. That was another thing. Here's the standard skill select. I'm going to kick it up to 3. Actually, that's 3. Alright, Venture. You're a little smiley face with a bow and arrow. You're on this map with 4 rooms. Right now I'm this little dot down here. And these little monsters will try and get me. And I can run my little dot all over the place. Try not to. And you run into these rooms. Each of these 4 rooms has a treasure in it. You can go in any of the doors. And I'll go to this one. Each one has a monster in it. And a treasure. Or 3 monsters and a treasure. Grab the treasure. Get out. The room is solid. Now go clear the others. Always love the music, different music for each room. Grab the treasure, get out. Love the animations of the monsters. Little dot going down here to this one. Boom. Love the little death animations. They all end up with an arrow in them. Now, and the thing about Venture is, if you hit an enemy, you die. If you touch a dead enemy, you also die. So you cannot walk over them. Oh, and see, I came out the door right here on top of one of these little green guys. And it was very cool unlocking all these treasures as you go through all the levels. So, down here again. Going to the last room. Just touching those walls will kill you. Level complete. There are 3 levels, each with 4 rooms, each with 4 treasures. And very similar to the arcade. This is very accurate to the arcade. And each room is named Spider Room. It tells you each monster in there. Grab a little treasure. Oh, and that one got me. Try it again. And what you notice, it's kind of cool, is each room's shape kind of pertains to the monster in it. So you see this kind of wide room, or kind of wide little spiders, and some of them will look more so, you'll see what I'm saying. You don't have to kill the monsters to clear the room. Trolls. And the room looks like a little troll face. I like the way they look with an arrow in them. They'll disappear after a second. If I keep shooting them though, they'll stay. I don't want to run around up here. Hurry up. There's a place in France. 2-headed monsters. And yeah, you can go diagonal with this beast of a controller. And now I gotta get these guys away from this room so I can get in there. I'll go all the way around. Oh. And I remember things from the... You've got to shoot the 2 on the left and right quick. I mean, you remember things that you knew as a young child that you learned after days of playing the game. Oh, touch the dead guy. I've got to get to the 3rd room. I played this earlier. I'm like clear. I had like 10 extra men and was unstoppable. Oh, there we go. Killed them all. Feels good. Don't hit him. Another thing, you stay in a room too long, one of the big guys from outside comes in. Watch. And you can't kill him. Any second now. There he is. And he'll come and he'll ruin your day. Ooh, extra man. And yeah, you get all these treasures filled out. You feel like a champ. Great level. Genies. Room looks like a genie bottle. Roughly. You gotta be careful. I always like the bad animation. And the death. I'm in trouble. Alright. The demon room. Put an arrow in their head, kind of nice. I gotta wait. Cyclops. Arrow the eyeball. That guy disappears. Got him. Boom. Level 3 complete. So at this point it goes back and restarts Extra Man at level 1. And things get faster, the monsters get faster in the rooms. And you can eventually fill up that whole treasure collection. Walls get faster. Stuff like that. Love doing little animations. Try to snake through here without dying. Yeah, and if I just keep shooting him. Fun stuff. Always love adventure. Oh. Last room. Bada bang. Venture. Another one of my favorites. And super fun game. Again, it's a high score game. Go for your best score. Extra Man. Alright. I think that's all the Coleco I'll show you today, but I'm going to be putting it back in. I got this thing going up and I'm having fun with it. So I'll show you some more games later. Thanks for checking them out.